It's 3 a.m. I've been up since 1 a.m. I went to bed like a little bit after 8, probably like right before 9, maybe. Um, and yeah, this happens. This happens a lot where I'm awake in the middle of the night, and I do my best not to get caught up in scrolling, because I can do that. I I will most nights try to, you know, just lay in meditation, which will then eventually um, kind of segue me back into sleep. Yet tonight is different. There is a an awakeness that's here in this house. My little cousin was throwing up. My other cousin was just getting home from work. Um, my my cousin's mom, my little cousin's mom, got up because her son was not feeling well. I'm up, and yeah, I feel this shifting happening that is very uncomfortable. Um, I've been experiencing a lot of uncomfortable shifts in my life over the past 5 years. From my mom getting sick, obviously, to COVID, to me entering my first relationship, my mom passing away, my um, relationship ending, um, moving out of the country. Oh, and I had also left my career in corrections as a correctional officer. It's just been like a lot of shifts, a lot of moving from one really lifetime to another, having completely different experiences that you can't really even talk about because the heaviness of them and the necessity to keep pushing forward and keep moving through and keep going and keep pushing and keep striving. I got to the point to where I have been worn out. And I finally confessed to my best friend the other day that I've been feeling dead for a very, very, very long time. It's not sad to me in this day and age as much as it once was. But the self that I had gotten to know for 29 years, 30 years, now at almost 34, it feels like that person has been gone for a long time. My interests have changed. I lost motivation. I lost connection to my creativity. I really feel like, I told my best friend, I was like, do you remember when Austin Powers lost his mojo? Like that's what I've been navigating. Like my connection to life is so fragmented. It's like in pieces to where a lot of times my mind is moving so quickly that I can't sleep because there's so much happening and there's so much going on, and the awakeness that is present in this house is I recognize because there's so much going on. The sickness that exists in this house is because There's so much going on. The sickness that exists in this world is because there's so much going on. And very little resource, time, energy spent outside of survival mode on a regular basis to even be able to connect with your body, to nourish it, to feed it properly, to allow it space and time to heal itself. And in witnessing my mom dying, her going from, being a 50-year-old woman, one moment, 51-year-old, being able to do everything and continue to be the superwoman that I had always known that was able to take care of every fucking thing, to me having to bathe her and brush her teeth. I worked in a maximum security men's prison for 5 years. Nah. And that was a very gory experience. I saw people cutting, slicing, hanging, stabbing. I saw so much horror there on a regular basis. Yet the gore of watching the gore of watching your mother lose every single one of her abilities until her soul leaves her body. It's like, I. It's like, why? These fucking mosquitoes. Oh, they're so annoying. Fuck. Ah, shit. I can't even. Come on, mosquitoes. Seriously. Goddamn. These motherfuckers is annoying as fuck. It's just tea. It ain't no drinky drink. Okay. So yes, the gore, yeah, of watching your mother slowly wither away is like I had to work in a prison. I had to see all of that. I had to ride in the in the ambulance with people who were sliced up from head to toe. I had to go into the physical manifestation of hell because that's where my path was taking me. And as I reflect on my life, over my life, I've watched so many people that are close to me die from the time that I was a baby. At 2 years old, my aunt died in front of me. It was my screams that alerted my granny and my other aunt to come and see her on the floor. Um, my granny, who I was very close to, died the day after my birthday when I was 12. Then my aunt died, who I guess I'll put a picture up of, um, who was pretty much bedbound my entire life. She was like the my 600-pound life experience is like that's how I grew up. I used to play, run around the whole house with my granny and my aunt, who was stuck in her body. I've been caregiving for people ever since I was a child. I did not expect that, my mom would get cancer and die ultimately. She did overcome her first battle with cancer without chemo and radiation, following a plant based diet. Very, very um, dedicated, alkaline, vegan, plant based diet. Um, but the second diagnosis, the first was in 2017. The second diagnosis is in 2020. That chemo and radiation really fucked her up, especially getting treatment, any type of medical treatment during COVID. I mean, I was grateful that she lived till January 29th, 2021, the day after her 52nd birthday. Because 2020 was hell. I had to go through hell. And a lot of times I do ask God why. I ask God why. Why is it that you say you love me, say that you forgive, and you allow such suffering? I remember for the longest time I couldn't help but to think is this my karma? I'm like, I fucked up this bad. I fucked up this bad for all of this shit to happen, for my whole life to fall apart. I moved abroad, shit, and couldn't afford to keep my storages up. So I lost all of my business belongings, all of my personal belongings. And I remember sitting there in Bali fucking crying, crying my eyes out. alone. And I was just like, God, why do I have to lose everything? And God was like, you keep seeing this as if I am taking things away from you and punishing you when really I am making room. I am clearing space. All of these belongings, all of these things that you are carrying, they're heavy for you to hold. I was paying nearly $1,000 for them storages. It had so much shit, my mom's shit in it, my shit, just shit, just fucking shit. Shit that wasn't gonna bring my mom back. Wasn't gonna bring my man back. And it doesn't need to. Nothing that has been cleared needs to come back. Because everything has served its purpose. Everything has completed its assignment with me. Its time with me. In the way, that it has shown up at that time. Because I still know that my mother is still present. She came to me the week of her funeral and said, I was like just like this very lucid dream. It was like a daydream. It was the middle of the day, but I was like, I could see her and feel her to where I was up, but I was like crying and I went into the mirror and I was looking at myself, but then I could see her in my eyes and I could hear her saying, I'm in your thoughts, I'm in your dreams, I'm in your every single thing. And I will never, ever, 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 ever forget that. My past partner called my mama Queen, Queen Betty. He called everybody Queen. But Queen Betty, never called her anything other than that. And she, of course, refers to herself as the queen bee too. And so we use the bee emoji a lot, to symbolize her during that time. As she was battling, doing chemo, radiation, experiencing the neglect that she experienced during that time. And so often, one little bee will fly up to me, land on my shirt. Same thing happens to my dad. My dad was driving his work truck and a bee landed on him and traveled with him. So she's let me know that she's here and she has just transformed. And me and all of this crying and all of this feeling like I'm dying, parts of me actually dying away. I'm also experiencing my own transformation, my own unfolding, my own shedding, my own letting go, my own acceptance, my own accepting of what my life is now. Nothing is by mistake. All of this pain, every tear that I cry is teaching me so much about myself and so much about life. And this is me just honoring my truth, I did a lot of snotting and crying. um, but I just want anybody who is on a journey similar to this, who can relate, to know that we are not alone. Much love to y'all on your journeys of transformation.